So this video right here is for the storytellers, the liars. This is some advice for liars. When you're going to be telling lies, when you're making up your scenario that you're going to try to paint so you can get to whatever you're trying to get to, you shouldn't use people who know each other. Let me give you an example. Something that happened to me personally. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about, just so you understand. So, around 2013, I was living in Johnstown, New York, upstate New York. Side note, that whole Simpsons thing about upstate New York, they had that shit spot on. But anyway, I was living in upstate New York, and I had a friend call me. Now, this friend started telling me their war story. I'm not going to go into details, but it involved Brevard County sheriffs and hydrocodone and warrants and Roxy's and smoking pills off tinfoil in fucking parking lots and nodding out and being on the run, and ended with them driving a car with an expired tag from Florida to upstate New York to come stay with me for 2 weeks. I need to come stay with you for 2 weeks because my cousin, who lives in another state, but it's only like an hour away. They were in Massachusetts, right? So they were like, so my cousin, or Maine, something, began with an M, I think so, Maryland, who the fuck knows? But they weren't in New York, right? But he said, my cousin, we're gonna go move with them. I said, all right, man, it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was nice enough, he showed up with his girlfriend. I was nice enough to say, you can even have my bedroom, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'll sleep on the couch. So now I'm sleeping on the couch in my motherfucking place, right? So, 2 weeks go by. Alright, it is what it is. 3 weeks go by. Alright, around the 25-day mark, you're like, hey, bro, what's going on with this? So now you got another story. Oh, man, my cousin got this and this going on, and they got to fix this, so it's probably going to be another week, man. Okay, so another 10 days go by. Hey, man, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Another 10 days go by. I don't know what you got going on, but I think you should fucking start chipping in on bills or something around this motherfucker, because being disrespectful too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not paying NAM bill in there. Not chipping in $1 on NAM bill. You know, you be operating, when you pay the bill, you be operating that heat. Like, I know if I don't go above this degree, my bill won't be above that price. You know, you be budgeting. This motherfuckers in the room got space heaters just on. Wake up in the morning, leave the room, still got the space heater on, sucking up the fucking power, not paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to the moral of this story, which was, if you're going to lie, don't lie about people who know each other. I know this motherfucker's cousin. So about 3 months into this shit, I decide I'm gonna call the cousin and ask them what the fuck is going on, because I got these people in my house and they're telling me they can't leave because you know what I'm saying? And they were like, what? They had no fucking idea. They had no idea about anything that I was talking about all the things that they had going on and why these people couldn't leave my house. They had no idea. I was lied to. Not only was I lied to, these lies were told to me to manipulate me so they could get what the fuck they want. Now, you would think right then, that's supposed to be my friend, my brother, right? Because that's how brothers do each other. But right then, I should have cut them off or stepped away with love. And you know what? After that, it separated. We're going to run through the history now. You just tell me, I'm going to tell you something, man. This is all about the same person. Hit them comments. Let me know you think this is a good friend. And I need you to understand, some people might not know who I'm talking to. And there's other people that might know who I'm talking to. And there's other people that might be watching this going, damn, he's talking to me. And if you're looking at this going, damn, he's talking to me. Understand this, dude. I'm not answering no fucking phone calls, no DMs, no text messages. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not arguing. Because you like to tell stories. You be telling people different versions of shit. You know what I'm saying? And you manipulate the story to be the victim, like to get what you want. And that ain't cool, man. You think everybody around you dumb. That ain't fucking cool. they moved out my house. They moved up the street, and then then Colorado legalized fucking marijuana in 2014, and this motherfucker conned his girlfriend into fucking paying for everything to move him out there for whatever the fuck. But who the fuck? That's how you structure your motherfucking life, on where the laws of the drugs you like are at. Like, come on now, you gonna move a whole shit out there and not know what the fuck's going on? Crazy, dog. Crazy, man. Now I say that, the only reason I say that is to let you know that was 2014. Me and Gutter went out to fucking Colorado around 2014, and then when we came back, that was the last time I've ever stood in the same room with this person. So when they're telling you, oh man, Louis this, Louis that, the only reference point they have is from 2014. That was the last time they were ever in the same place with me. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. But let's see if they're good friends. So now they in Colorado, they ain't in the same state. I myself get involved in a discrepancy. Now I'm in a beef with somebody. I got somebody who I would say, at that time I'd be like, that's my enemy, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So this person never met my enemy, my opposition, the person that I was mad at. This other person never met them in their life. They're not even in the same state. They in fucking Colorado doing this over the DMs. Is gonna interject into my little argument with these people. And I don't know if he thought he was helping me or whatever, but he wants to have a whole conversation with this other person. Then this other person gonna send me screenshots of the message talking about somebody in your crew not loyal. So I got to read what they were saying to this other person about me, and they disrespected other people that I like. See, I ain't forgot that shit. I ain't forgot that shit. And if they disrespected somebody that if they stood in front of me and said the same shit out their mouth with that same type of aggression that it came off the way I read it, I'd fucking take your head off, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now you would think right then, like, yo, this person is disloyal. You know what I'm saying? You got beef with somebody, they're going behind your back and doing it. And you know when people show you who they are, you should believe them. I allowed that to happen. I allowed that motherfucker to swoop in there and cause turmoil from behind the scenes to, like, feeding information. Basically just fanning flames. You know what I'm saying? Getting into shit that ain't none of his fucking business with lies and stories and double talking bullshit. And it's my fault. You want to know why it's my fault? I'm going to tell you why it's my fault. Because probably around 2006-ish, which would have been 8 years previous, where I had a beef with somebody. Somebody that this motherfucker would have never known if it wasn't for me. And then they went behind my back and were still contacting and trying to be buddy and shit. Bro, you can't sit at you either my enemy or my friend. I can't be having enemy and you eating with both of us. Because what are you doing? You going back and forth, chatty, patty, girly mouth. Right? Can't say I'm lying. So I should have knew then. So the fact that you were able to do some bullshit like that to me years later is my fault. I take responsibility for it. And I'm also going to take responsibility to remove myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that before. I should have. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about motherfucking what's been going on lately. Past 3 years. I need to protect my energy. I need to keep a high vibration. I need no stress. And I work hard at that. If there are things that stress me or drain my energy or fuck up my vibration, I run the other motherfucking way, dog. You know what I'm saying? Run the other motherfucking way. I'm chilling right now. The other day, see, there's a video that was posted earlier today, right? So a video got posted earlier today. That video wasn't recorded this morning. The thing that set this shit off happened last week. You know what I mean? That shit happened last week. And now I was festering. I was letting that shit fester. I hit the phone. I said, man, I'm just going to vent. And I said what I said. And then I played it back. And then if you watch that video, exactly what I'm talking in that video triggered in my brain. Like, man, I can't put this shit out. It's going to do this and that. And then here's what changed it. So, you can't lie when people know each other. So this whole time, these side stories have been surrounding about some domestic conflict he's been having with his girlfriend. I know his girlfriend. We're Facebook friends. I hit her up and I started a conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to her, and it's funny because every time I talk to this dude, it's something going on. It's like this. It's always a war story. It's always drama. Never anything positive. And he tells you these stories, and then they always come to points where you're just listening to him, and you're like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's all you can say. Man, damn, that's crazy. And then, so I'm talking to the girl. I didn't prompt her. I didn't say, hey, what happened with this? Through our conversation, she just starts talking a story that he had already told me. And this shit is hilarious because they start out exactly the same. But then once they get to certain points where his turned to a fucking psycho fest where he was the victim and everybody's on against him, oh my god, fucking her shit sounded like some logical shit, and he was just on some bullshit. You know what I mean? And knowing him, it's like I know what the fuck you talking about. I know what the fuck you on. You know? So here's what happened. Here's what happened. And like I said, I'm not saying names. I'm not using details. I'm putting this on here. This is why it's on here. I'm not answering no calls, no texts, no DMs, nothing from anybody who has anything to say about this. If you're hearing the things I say and you know that story, but you ain't even got to say, hit the comments, put a 100. I ain't lying. I ain't making this shit up. If you think I'm lying, or you think I'm making shit up, or you feel a different type of way about it, I need you to go right into these comments that everybody can fucking see. You understand me? These comments that are in the public, that everybody can see, and speak your piece. Let me know what I'm saying, what's wrong. Where I got it fucked up. Let me know. I want to know. And I want it public, so that way, when you go to the next man, and you're telling them some twisted fucking version or something, and if it does get back to me, I could just send them this fucking video. Been doing this for years. Motherfucker had a girlfriend. Why would... Yo, I know he has girlfriends that I would just show up at the house and these bitches would just be mean as fuck to me. Mean as fuck. I'm talking about years ago. Mean as fuck to me. And I had no idea why. And now I was like, as you get older, you talk to them after they break up with them and now they're completely sane and shit. And they'll tell you, like, nah, this motherfucker was blaming you for everything. Why'd you come home late? Louis had me out late. Why'd you do this? Oh, Louis did this. Bitch, I ain't do none of that shit. Maybe back then, once in a while. But come on now, throw me under the bus all the time. Like, and it's a lot of fuck shit. All the fucking time. But here's what happened. You know what I'm saying? That video, this is what made me put that video out today. This is what made me do all this shit. So, like I said, I had a conversation with this girl Saturday. This morning, however many hours ago you saw that video drop, that's when I got to, you know what, fuck this. I ain't arguing, I ain't calling nobody, you ain't baiting me into this shit. So I put up that video. Yep, that's how I felt. This is what they did. They lied on me, man. They sent messages to this person telling them what I'm doing. Oh, so-and-so did this. So now, blah, 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 blah. See, I could go real deep. I could go real fucking wild. And you know what? Fucking... This shit is crazy, man. Like I'm telling you, the only reason I'm on here doing this shit, and I could keep going on and on and on. We can go 4 or 5 hours with me just giving examples of times and moments where I should have just been like, yo, fuck this, and stepped away. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I feel hurt. I feel hurt. I feel like you insulted my intelligence. I feel like you think you're fucking brilliant. I think about so much shit. Like, I remember... So check this out. Another story. Same person. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Like I said, yo, if this makes you feel some type of way, it's not my motherfucking problem now. I'm setting myself free from all these burdens. This shit, I'm talking about shit. How about 2007, 2008, when me alone, got all the fucking bread to rent out Hypnotic Sounds recording studio in Palm Bay for a whole month. I know somebody watching this shit remember when we had that shit, and we had that shit lit. And before I did it, I was like, bro, do you know how to run this fucking equipment to do this shit, and we can knock this shit out? You were like, yeah, I got this. Like, I'm a fucking genius. I'm a professional. I got all this shit. And what happened? We got in there, and then these fucking excuses started, dog. These fucking, oh, I can't work like this. You got too many people in here making demands and shit like you put a penny towards it. You know what I'm saying? And now I realize you didn't know how to work the fucking equipment. That's what it was. You didn't know what the fuck you were doing. And so instead of saying, man, I don't know how to work this shit, we need to find somebody who could do it, fucking, you just made every other excuse on reasons why you couldn't do that. And that shit is just expanded. You're doing that with your everyday fucking life, dog. I say this respectfully and with love, this whole video. I want to see you do good. I don't hate you, but I don't want to see you do good more than I want to see myself do good. I want to see myself do good. Assets and liabilities. You've been a liability for a long, long, long time. Not an asset. And I'm sure you can apply that to other sides of your life. Every time I speak to you in the past 3 years, you're just telling me your drama story, fucking. You really don't know what's going on with me because you don't fucking shut the fuck up. You don't call in to see how I am. You're calling for a pity party. You're calling for a cheerleader. Somebody to, yeah. Keep going. We ain't doing that. So, this whole shit right here is crazy. I'm looking back at this shit, and you have gotten multiple passes from me because of who you are, the amount of time we got together. Yo, your oldest friend. So listen to what I'm saying, y'all. I'm dropping gems in this bitch. Learn from my mistakes. Your oldest friends does not necessarily make them your best friends. Your oldest friends doesn't automatically make them your bestest friends. Sometimes your oldest friends could be your worstest friends. Because if you fucking stay around them, you're going to end up just like them. And nothing's keeping them like that but themselves.